Hello, everybody. It's time for another Power Grid game, this time on France. Although it's me, we got the return of the legend psteinx. Curious to see how he plays this. Haven't gotten to play a multiplayer with Stein in a little bit here. Certainly not on this channel, so welcome back, Stein. Always glad to have you on here. And amitss1, who's been having a really good run against me in the multiplayer games recently. And JVis, again, our favorite newbie. Jay is slowly getting better at the game. Ever so steadily. Anyway. Yeah, nobody's going to pay 10 for this. France tends to be a very friendly map for building last. This map a little less so than others because we have the red region in the game, and that's not so great. I'll bid 5 for the 3 plant. See if let's see if Stein goes 6. I know Stein's a very, very big fan of bidding heavy for the 3 and building triple Paris. And it looks like that's what he's going to do here. That's why I threw out 5 as my feeler bet. I feel like there's 3 good building spots on this map, and then the last spot is pretty mediocre, so... Yeah, I definitely want to take the 5 there, just make sure that I don't build last. As I see it, there's the good building spots are like, there's Aqua, Paris, and then the area like next to Paris. Those spots are all good to start in. Last player gets stuck with some kind of build in red, which is not so great. This could potentially be a wild auction on the next turn. Most likely not too crazy, but there's a chance. If we get 32 coming onto the market this early, I think nobody should even buy it. There's 2 builds Stein's making here, either Triple Paris or Carcassonne and Montpellier. This build is strong because it reduces the incentive to build. There we go. That's what I thought he might do. That's a really strong build. It reduces the incentive of people to build behind you in Aqua, which, I mean, that is an option someone can take, but even if they do, you still have a decent amount of land in front of you. Your next 2 cities after these are fairly cheap, at least, so... Not too bad for building, and really your first, like, 4 cities or so are the most important in terms of cost. And I'm definitely going to take my, I want to build 1 for sure, because if I build 1 city now, I'm guaranteed to get bottom of the turn order. I have to take that. It's just a question of whether I go... I think it's between Tours and Angers, and I think Angers is the play. And yeah, I figured Amit would do this because he won our last France 4-player game doing this. Honestly, I don't even think it's that bad. You get 5 cities really cheap. And there's a little more in terms of options to expand than you'd think, because you have this, you know, it's an expensive jump up into blue, but you can take that jump. Nobody's going to bid on 10. Not with 11 guaranteed to come next. Okay. This is where I have to do some math. Okay. What are the odds that I don't get 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of all these other plants. And even out of all those, 18 is still a plant that's easily much better than 11 were that to drop. Okay. Okay. I took my chance, it paid off. And now 23 coming in to block the market to some degree. Took a bit of a risk there, but yeah. Alright, so there's coal here. Alright. I definitely have to take Limoges as my next city, because that will allow me to threaten Paris. So I do that for sure. Alright. Stein is clearly the player I need to attack, so I think I'll store oil here instead of the coal. I think that's my move. Normally in this situation, with the other players being so reliant on coal, I would buy coal here, but Stein and I are in a much better position than the other two right now. Limoges has the $10 direct connection to Paris, and I really, really want to do that. I want to force JVis to build defensively instead of offensively. That's my thought with this. Force him to protect Paris, if he can. If he doesn't completely block it, I will, of course, go right into Paris on the next turn. One way or another, I'm building to 4 on the next turn, for sure. Wow! JVis actually does that. And I should be able to get into Paris, too. Definitely burn my oil instead of the coal. Keep the coal for later. $44 out. And 26 in, so that's a big deal. JVis buys 23. I mean, I sort of get it. It's another attack on Stein, though. One of these guys will click this. Now I can pass. I don't actually want 26. I can't afford it after buying 21 at cost. I'll let these two fight for 26, though. Amitss is the player who needs it more. But let Stein have it. I don't know about that. If I were Amitss, I'd have been willing to push closer to 40 for it, because you have those cheap cities there. And Amitss should have a good amount of money just running the 8 for 2 turns. Okay, I do think that probably puts... I mean, that has to put Stein in the lead now, I'd imagine. I don't know why. Did Stein buy 2 uranium last turn? That seems strange to me. I'm shocked Emmett didn't get 26, though. I'm shocked. Oh, Emmett, oh my god. Buying the 7 to dunk on Stein even more. It's just... Holy shnikes, this game has been everybody ganging up on Stein. What the hell? Let me think about this. I do feel like I'd rather actually take tours than ruin here, maybe. I want to jump into Paris. And doing it this way does mean that I get to store 1 oil, and that's what I'll do. I'm using my 21 offensively right now to attack my strongest competition. That's the flexibility of 21. You can go either offensive or defensive with your resource buy. Either get the cheaper resource for yourself or the more expensive one to attack others. Stein does not build, okay. This build's working out beautifully for me, I gotta say. I'll just sneak into Paris there while it's open. The nice thing is that with Stein getting 26, that really diminishes the impact of his of him getting 11 at cost, which is not something you usually see on France. If you look at the other games, you've seen 11 go for a lot more than 11. So the thing is that Stein getting that 26 so soon, it really diminishes the use of 11. Like after this turn, we're not going to see him fire 11 again for a little while. And now 25 comes in. Really? I mean, I sort of get it for Emmett, but... Oh, and there's a plant to block. JVis... Well, actually, JVis could buy a plant there, because Stein cannot buy 25 if it drops. And we know Stein's not going to buy resources, of course. Alright, so that's 22 right there. Something I could do. Here's something I could do. The thing I could do, I could, I think, break the stall this turn. I think it's what I could do. Yeah? Anyway, Stein should be able to build to 4 this turn. So I think what I do now is... What, just 1 coal here? Yeah? Yeah, I think just 1 coal. I think I don't break the stall in this situation. I think I just stay where I'm at. Because I could potentially get to bottom in the turn order next turn. Stein needs to make money, so yeah, Stein I expect builds to 4 here. Yeah, for sure. Stein really has to make up his money deficit right now, which is not, as you see, it's not a very common position for him. Stein's usually the one with a lot of money and without the big plants early. That's more his style. So this is a big departure from his usual strategies. Interesting build. What I don't get is why JVis does this build, because I'm not gonna jump over here. That's not really a priority for me. So what I'm going to do now is just use the... This turn I chose the cheaper coal because I expected to drop in the turn order, and then next turn I can attack oil for all it's worth. And I'm not going to buy 22. I don't think I need 22 at the moment. Nobody's going to risk dropping 25, so I can take this, actually. Now I think I'll take it. I can take this for sure, and then I can break the stall. I think that's my move. Yeah, particularly with that 19 drop there. I would like for us to get to step 2 before Stein catches up on money. And this turn is really our last chance to do that, so I think it's what I do. Okay. All right, let's figure this out. Because I think these are the 3 cities that I would look for. These get me in, put me in the best position to expand, I feel. With 25 coming onto the market, I would like to store coal for sure. There we go. Because I'm going to burn all my oil this turn. And just hold on to the coal with 25 lurking in the market. 22 comes close to breaking even in just one turn. That's what's nice about that. But yeah, breaking the stall for me now, this will clear 2 plants out of the market. The 6, and then the next lowest number plant, which will be the 9. So bye-bye 69. $18, huh? Well, that's further reason for me to build one more. Hopefully try to get 25 onto the market. And then... question is just Limoges or Bordeaux. Which one's better for me? Limoges does more to block others. I think... I think Bordeaux. I think I do this. Stein obviously has to build a 5, of course. I can afford to store max resources since I'm firing all of my plants here, so that'll allow me to just move my spares from the 5 onto the 21 since both are hybrids. In the event that I buy a plant next turn, which hopefully I will. Interesting build by JVis there. I don't know if I'd do that. I would try to stay below Stein. Not great that Stein is second from bottom here. Burn oil now. Hey, there's 25. All right. Oh, we made 50 appear, so that went under the deck. And then what's this now? What's the other one that came in? Oh, not 50. Was it 36, I think? I miss what went under the deck. I think it was 36, though. It was a coal plant. I'm in a decent position here because I can bid for this. Stay at 7 cities for this turn, and then I should be able to build on the next turn. What are the odds now? I missed 24. Okay, 24 is already gone. There's a couple duds left in the market. Couple duds. Worst comes to worst, I can buy 18. And I think that might be worth it. So, I think I passed this? It's going to be a big value if... Oh, shit. I don't know. You know, pay a little extra for this. Or do I? Alright, I'll take 27. I'll be just fine with 27. Thank you very much. And it's not a plan I expect to get any real bidding. There's 29. After all the bidding for 25, Stein passes on 29 altogether. When 29 seems like a really darn good plant for making money. But Stein is in the hunt for something bigger, I suspect. Well, there's 20. That's good news as far as me passing on the 25 there. Paying 45 for plant 25 there and then seeing the 20 come in immediately is not a good look. And me, with the way my plants are right now, I'm just going to have to pass altogether, I think. Like, I'm not even going to put the 20 up for bid. Because I'm perfectly set up now to carry myself to step 3 and just make shitloads of money. So I am set up to be the richest player in this game now. And usually that's what wins in 4-player and smaller games. Usually. Plus my turn order should be okay because I only need to build to 9. And I can easily hit 9 this turn, no question. Stein's building himself to set himself up to get into all the cheap stuff here. Meanwhile, I just block off Paris, I think. Actually, you know what? Toulouse. Right? Do I build Toulouse is the question. I don't think so. I think it's Orleans and 1 in Paris. I suspect that's my build. Maximum blockage there. Right? Because I have enough of a presence in red that I don't think I need to panic too much about getting down into here. Or do I just Paris? Do I just Paris is the question. The answer is I probably just Paris, yeah. Yeah, I just Paris. Don't overthink this. That locking out Paris completely does a lot more to block than building Orleans does. Yeah, I don't think I even put the 20 up for bid here. Right? Let's look at what's left in the game at this stage. 10 plants left. So we have a little bit to get through yet before step 3. We have a little bit more yet to get through. Little bit. Little bit more to get through. I mean, I'll put this up for bid, actually, just because... Oh, wait, look at how cheap coal is. Holy shit. Oh, yeah, this is going to get bid on for sure. This is going to be a hot, hot item. JVis passes immediately? I'm not so sure about that. Stein's thinking, but I suspect Stein will bid on this. I mean, he has to stay in there in case he gets it really cheap. 5/5 as your top 2 plants is not normally desirable if you pay a lot for those 2 5s. If you get one of the 5s cheap, then it can be good, though. amitss and I don't have a 5 yet, so we're both incentivized to bid on this. Okay, sure. There's a non-zero chance of a market stall here. Like, amitss is going to pass now, I think. Like, 444 is not good. And JVis, you know, 28 doesn't really do much for JVis compared to... compared to what he already has in 23. So yeah, Stein, I think Stein just buys 28 now. Seems like the play. Stein is at a point where he needs to make a little more money. He needs to build a little more, establish more of his territory. And I think his play now, the play now for Stein, I think he will want to build into Aqua. Nah, no, there's still a lot open here. Stein will probably build into my stuff up here. Stein buys the 12. Interesting play. I know why he's doing that, though. He's doing... Because I get what he's going for. So he already has the 11, so he wants to combine the 11 with the 12 to power 4 cities with those 2 plants and just gobble up some cheap coal. That's what he's going for there. Interesting move. $30 makes it onto the market now, actually. Well, now it's going to be 50-50 whether it makes it onto the market or not. 50-50 chance. My 20 buy will not look so great if 30 stays in the market. I'll say that much. It's like I said I wasn't going to bid on the 20, and yet I've been making so much money with these plants, I felt like I could afford to pay a little bit for it. And I think I only got it for around 25 or so, which seems a little undervalued to me. amitss arguably should have pushed a little harder for the 20, arguably. But I did have more coal stored, I think. Right? Right? Yeah, amitss didn't have any coal stored. Alright, sure. JVis doing his mega buy. Omega resource buy. Okay. I'm gonna see what to do now. Stein's gonna stay below me in turn order. Yeah, correct play. He does get Orleans. The next turn is going to be really important because of what the market will give us. Basically, where we're at with this is if 30 stays in the market, my 20 buy is not going to look so good, and it could potentially cost me the game. Maybe. But I do think I have enough money that I would be willing to pay to get a 5 capacity plant for that stage in the game. Going into step 2. Okay, let's think about this now. Let's think about this. Question is, do I build over the player that's getting that's burning 1,000,000 coal? Because I can build a 12 this turn to make maximum money. But I think I need to play a little bit of turn order game here. Stick to burning oil instead and stock the coal for later. And there we go. That's exactly the dud I was looking for. Question is now, does Stein buy 28? No, he won't. Stein will stick to turn order. He's a very patient player with these things. amitss actually buys a plant. I feel like that's a mistake, personally. I get what he's going for, though. I get what he's going for. Like, he's worried about me ending the game early. I don't think he needed to panic yet. Next turn would be panic time. I just don't think this was the one yet. Also, 31 shows up, which is good. That means I was right about 36 being the plant that went under the deck earlier. So we're now again in, 50-50 monsters and duds as far as plants remaining in the game. Definitely buy up my coal now, for sure. That's a decent price to get coal with the 20, and I'm stocked up for a whole lot of turns worth, so that's cool. Here's what I gotta think about. Will one of the players below build a 15 out of the game? Can they even afford to do that? I mean, I can afford to do that, but I'm the player who doesn't want to move the market right now. I want others to do it. Yes, build into my shit, amitss. Build into my shit. Oh, here's what he's doing. Oh, he stops there. Very glad he didn't get to 15. And I have no reason to build now. I'm just going to stick to this. JVis, do you dare try to build a 15? There it is. Wow, he can't get to 15. Nobody gets to 15. That's amazing news for me. I think I will burn the coal now, though. Since the only player below me in the turn order is the one who's not very heavy on coal, that being Stein. Well, 30 stays in the game. Okay. There's one more plant left after this, followed by the step 3 card. That plant's either going to be 37 or a dud. 60% chance of it being the dud. Yeah, this is going to be worth a hell of a lot of money, though. Hell of a lot of money. I'm going to keep bidding. $31 came. Still a nice value, though. Because I easily have the money to make use of it now on this very turn. Stein needs 31. Like, if Stein doesn't get 31 now, he is screwed. Because we're going to get 33 put on the market next. Now, if JVis were silly enough to buy 33 this late in the game, that would drop 34 for Stein, but I have to hope JVis at least knows better than that. Well, he might, though. JVis is going to be desperate to buy a plant. So I think he would buy 33 here. So JVis, look at what's next in the market. You need 31. You need 31. Stein drops out of 31 auction. I'm not so sure about that. What would be best for me is if JVis wins 31. Because then 33 is going to pop up. Amitss is going to pass because 33 does not improve amitss capacity at all. And that would then leave Stein basically out of the game. And there it is. JVis gets the plant. So now my mission, if I choose to accept it, is to build a 15. Because realistically, I'm not ending the game. That's not going to happen. Stein does buy 33. I mean, I sort of get it, because base capacity is an issue. Like, Stein has to build. Stein gets the first build of Step 3, and he has to take advantage of that. All right. Do I have any hope in hell winning the game? No. There's no way I end the game, therefore I buy up the $4 trash. I don't think I need to buy any more than that because amitss is going to replace 24 on the next turn. And just stock up coal. That's what I do in this situation. I'm getting coal so cheap on the 20. I think 27 overall did enough to make me a profit overall. Just barely, but it did. But yeah, I absolutely have to build to 15 now, just to ensure maximum safety here. Plus, we did put 46 in the market. A very nice safe plant for me. And we know Stein's going to make a big build, for sure. Okay. All right. Ooh. I think my play now is just don't overthink this. You know, get a basic plant that gets me to 17. A50. Perfect. I still need to buy a couple more trash, too, so... JVis could bid on this. I feel like JVis and I are in a similar enough position. One way or another, Stein and amitss are both just dead right now, pretty much. Let's calculate this out. 44. Right, duh, 50 is the one I forgot to take off. Okay. Okay. I'll actually pass this. Stein, see, you have to understand, Stein is the player that I worried about. Stein's the player I'd worried, like, if he get to 16, that I couldn't just end the game here. Anyway. This is the plant that amitss is going to want, for sure. amitss just wants all capacity right now. JVis, I'd be concerned about getting to 18. Would be my only thing. Which I find a little hard to believe, but, you know. Don't, yeah. I think I have to, I mean, I gotta pass on this now. I can't believe JVis has 18. I mean, this to me feels more like JVis playing for 18 on the next turn, hoping there will be a next turn, though I feel there won't. Oh, 32. That's a solid choice. So I'll plan to drop. It means one way or another, I'm guaranteed to get a safe 6 capacity plant. And in this case, since I'm going to end the game this turn, 32 is the objectively better choice than 40. It's cheaper for one turn. You're using one more oil, but it's an $8 difference in the plant. Huh. I'll pay 34. Uh-oh. We'll have to see if this loses me the game. It might. I guess I should have given it... The difference between 32 and 40 was so small, I guess I should have given it to him. Once he bid me on it. Hate to say it, but I'm worried I might have lost this with that one. Actually, I'm not sure I could have made it to 18 had I gotten 38, because I'd have to buy 5 trash, which ain't cheap. JVis has cheaper builds left than I do, too, come to think of it. If JVis takes this long to think, that's encouraging to me. The question is just this. Can JVis get to 18 or not? I'm not so sure if Stein's right. JVis might win. JVis has... I mean, the thing is, he has cheap builds left. So I'm worried he might have actually won with that. I might have blown this game by bidding on 32. I wonder if he might have beaten me anyway, though. Congratulations to JVis. Congratulations. There we go. That's JVis's first win on this channel, and actually that might have been the first time JVis won in any of my games. Actually, well, the losing streak continues for me, but oh well. Very interesting. I'm not sure what happened here. I feel like it was between me and Stein in the early going, and then JVis just made a lot of money somehow. I don't know where he made it, but he did. Very nice game, though. I guess I would... I mean, I think I would have lost anyway, it looks like. JVis had a good bit more money than me. I think it was maybe just the builds. That makes... Okay, so that's what it was the builds. So in retrospect, looking at this now, I think Limoges would have been a better build for me than Bordeaux for my my break the stall build. Come to think of it, that was the right play. Very interesting. So builds were the difference in this one, and I thought I did great for builds. JVis just did even better in the long run. Congrats to him, and see you later.